Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Get it.
They go play action here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. And
that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially given 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
To throw, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Browns nothing.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And Typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll swing this out to Jenkins. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with third down and just a yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. That's Bond.
And he's going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
19 lock, hawk, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Browns! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Allen gonna run with it.
Open man is Barner, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Evans.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
To the air, Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another Bills. First down. A gain of 14. First down, Buffalo.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'd be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. But you look at this defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Round 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Come on.
Throwing to start the drive. Russell. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they've got it in the red zone now down at about the 19.
10 more yards. Taken down at the 19-yard line.
2nd down and inches. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Okay, break.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Stephanie.
Off the play fake. Russell. Looking left side. Andrews with it complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Ready.
At the 5-yard line.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Russell. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. Allen going to throw. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Ethan Evans on now to punt.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensive.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. J.T. Tuimoloau able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If they don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Russell. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Cook going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Harold Fannin
From 4 yards out.
And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. There's a nice move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where they stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, that was the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Russell. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. A very solid gain of 27. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
Back to throw. Russell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. But he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Now a second and 10.
Here we go. 19 tight. 18 cut.
Looking to throw. Russell. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 6-yard line.
Come on. Set. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Viking 18. Viking 18.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Judkins is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Allen. Complete. Smith has it. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath. Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And his kick is right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now again running right, it's Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Allen. Open man, the tight end Fannin. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run through it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. A give up the middle to Evans. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bills.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen now looks to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal.
Bills 28.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, here's Jenkins. Down to the 42, second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second and 5. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Operating from the gun. Russell. Now he'll tuck this and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
32-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On third down, he'll drop the throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The Bills send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. This is brought in at the 21. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 69 yards.
And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. Now Allen again.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in the stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Now a handoff up the middle. Joyner. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Allen going to throw. his throw is going to be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
16 yards. And the Bills' first down.
Here's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a three-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that to the 30. It'll be second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Second down and 6 now. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And the smart-thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
At the 44-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Cowboy 80.
They run the counter. Joyner. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Spencer. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking to throw. Russell. He's got a man. That's Bond. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Get up, go!
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And it's a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First down.
Allen going to change this at the line.
First down, Bills.
Allen. And quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
They'll come up first and 10 here. To throw is Allen.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Allen.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Josh Allen sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's third down. Third and long.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Throwing, Allen.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
A 48-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Keeps the score from
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into